Good morning. It is Monday, April 28th, and I'm your host, JC Riley, and I'm here with
Annalyn Riddle,
Garrett Kuhar,
Mason Steele.
We are in the tailgate and on top of Mason Steele's truck, and we are here to talk about the statistics of distracted driving. When you think about distracted driving, it is mostly centered around cell phone use and texting. However, it can include eating, music, passengers, or messing with the buttons on the dashboard. In 2016, about 1.35 million people of all ages were killed in traffic accidents. 83% of the drivers' ages were 15 to 59 years old that were involved in fatal crashes and were found to be distracted at the accident.
In 2019, 3,142 people were killed and an estimated 424,000 people due to distracted driving in the U.S. A student survey found that 90% of drivers ages 18 through 29 admitted to sometimes using their cell phones while driving. 50% even said they use their phone on the highway, which is much more dangerous due to the higher speeds.
Another study said that drivers ages 17 to 22 touch their phones on average 1.71 times per minute while driving. Almost 2 times per minute is alarming, especially considering that you are more likely to crash by 20 times.
A fatal car accident happens every day, which does not seem like many, but imagine losing people who are your family or friends every day. This adds up to 3,285 people per year.
Hi, I'm JC Riley, and I'm here interviewing the officer for our school, Mr. Mike.
Hi everybody, I'm the SRO for the Huntland School. I've been asked to participate in this video and answer a few questions, so I guess here we go.
Okay. Our first question is, how often do you see kids our age in wrecks due to distracted driving?
It's not as much as you think. It's gotten a lot better, but they still do happen, and it's due to distracted driving, and that can constitute a whole bunch of things. Other people in the car, pulling your attention away, turning around, talking to friends, things like that. But the biggest one is cell phones. And of course, the Tennessee Criminal Authority for distracted driving is 558199. And then, well, go ahead and do your other questions and we'll see.
Okay. The second question is, how do you think law enforcement can better distracted driving?
Well, I think they've come a long way. In 2019, we passed the Hands-Free Act. So, you know, your body cannot be in contact with a cell phone while you're driving. That means you can't even lay it on your leg, you know, have it between your legs. It's not supposed to touch your body in any way. So that's been a big help, but one of the caveats to that was they passed the Eddie Conrad Act this year. And what that does is gives stiffer penalties for people under 18 years old when they do not use a hands-free device. So results in more points on your license, a higher fine, things like that, and especially in a second offense, you're looking at, like, if you're a second offender on, you know, with a hands-free device, it's 7 points. So that's like half your points right there in one ticket. So usually, you know, on a second offense, you've already gotten points. So that means you're gonna have to go stand in front of a judge and go to a driving school. But not only, you know, definitely brings it, you know, to your attention, like, oh, I messed up. So.
I didn't even know about the hands-free, like, it can't touch it.
Yeah.
Now I do. The next question is, what are your experiences with distracted driving?
Just working wrecks and seeing the catastrophic events. The catastrophic events of what that entails, you know. The results of people getting hurt and things like that in accidents. 'Cause that's usually what does happen. It's not just a ticket. Usually it results in an accident, and that people are getting hurt when that happens, so.
What is the age you see most get into car wrecks due to distracted driving?
16 to 28.
16 to 28. How do you view distracted driving as a police officer?
There's so much going on the road. I really despise it. A lot of times we have people that don't have a new enough car, that it doesn't connect to the car. So that presents a problem in itself. But you can always go out and buy one of those things for $20, $25 that you stick in your ear. You know, I mean, there really is no excuse for it because of how technology has evolved. But unfortunately, I mean, even I have a vehicle that's that old that it doesn't connect to my truck, you know, so I had to go out and buy one of those Bluetooth earpieces and, you know, use it that way. But it's already dangerous enough on the road, you know, and you think about you're in a 3,000-pound missile.
Yeah.
So, you know, 2 hands on the wheel and eyes forward, please.
Well, that's all we got, but is there anything you want to say directly to the people?
Well, I sit out here every day and watch you guys drive in, and 99% of you kids do a great job here.
I thought you were going to say something else.
I mean, sometimes we're running late and we're going a little too fast in the parking lot, but I mean, oh well, you know.
Mason?
But I've yet to catch students coming through the parking lot on their cell phone. So I'm grateful for that they're paying that much attention and following the laws.
Yay. Thank you.
If you have trouble driving distractedly, check out these apps.
Do Not Disturb is already in your settings. Just go to settings and turn it on. You can choose who is allowed to go through Do Not Disturb and who is not. You can allow just people like your mother or father, or you can allow no one. You can also choose which apps are allowed through, like the weather app, news, or even mail.
My app is called Eyes Up, and it is an app where it can connect to your settings and it can turn on your Do Not Disturb. Or there's an option you can connect your phone to someone else's, like your parents or friends, and they can control your text messages while you're driving.
Finally, my app is called On My Way, and it's an app that pays you for every mile that you go without distracted driving. Whenever you go over 10 miles per hour, On My Way immediately turns on and cancels all text and app notifications coming through, except for phone calls.
The app Lifesaver will lock your phone screen when a vehicle is in motion. It is able to lock your phone screen through a GPS and telematic data from your device. Lifesaver has a safety score which helps a person track their driving behavior to make improvements. It is available for download on both Android and Apple devices. Making laws is another way to prevent distracted driving. Laws will help drivers be more cautious while driving, knowing there will be a punishment. However, some will not listen to the law. Young adults will continue to pick up their phones or listen to music loudly while driving. Laws also take a long time to pass and could be years before distracted driving law is put into effect.
Not too long ago, our school had a public awareness campaign for distracted driving. David Francesco brought us a book and told us his story about distracted driving. He wasn't the one driving, but it did affect him all the same. However, not everyone listens at these public awareness campaigns. 3, 2, 1, go!
When most people think of distracted driving, they think of cell phones, but you can also be distracted by loud music and other emotions. There are several solutions for the problem, but the most useful is apps that prevent distracted driving. If you or someone else is distracted driving, provide them with the help they need before they harm themselves or others. Do not do distracted driving.
The door is open.
It's hot as fuck.
Oh my god. I thought he was.
However, not everyone listens at these public awareness campaigns. I'm lost for words.